What's up, everybody? It's your girl April, and I'm here with another video. I want to talk about Married to Medicine, episode 4, and this is the heavenly intervention. I I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I would rate this episode, I would say about a 9.5. So people, let me know in the comments what do you rate this Married to Medicine episode 4, the Heavenly Intervention. Are you along with me with the 9.5 or more? Let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. I want to interact with you. And welcome back to my channel. Um, I am so excited to review this one. I'm a little later than I would like. I have a new puppy, so it's been kind of hectic in my house, but I could not come and talk about the episode for the heavenly intervention, because I have some thoughts. I'm pretty sure you have some thoughts, so let's interact down below. Um, Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is at April D. Harrison. So follow me there. But I'm going to be pumping out videos on my YouTube channel. So definitely continue to hit that notification button so you are alerted every time I upload a video. So let's get into the recap. After all, we did all of the pleasantries. Let's get into the recap. Okay, so it starts out with Amelia and Dr. Kieran are helping their daughter with homework, and Dr. Kieran said he's a spelling bee champion, so that was cute. Dr. Jackie is in her office talking to a patient about fertility and losing weight and trying to conceive, which is on par with Dr. Jackie. She's always at telling her patients, her friends, to make sure they are staying up on their weight. It keeps them from a lot of health issues. So that's on par for Dr. Jackie. Um, Dr. Heavenly was getting in her patient's business, finding out what they were arguing about. So that's on par for Dr. Heavenly. She's always in somebody's business. Now, Quad and Dr. Simone meet up for lunch. They are catching up with each other. Quad is telling her about living with Mason. Basically, Mason is running the house. He is running Quad. He is he is keeping tabs on Quad, making sure he knows her goings and comings. And Quad, I definitely can understand where you're coming from. I have a 6-year-old myself, and he is definitely a person who likes to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm doing it with. So, Quad, I feel your pain. Um, but it was good to see Quad and Simone kind of catching up. Quad was on time, and they showed they showed some a montage of Quad always showing up late, but Quad was on time this time, and she surprised Dr. Simone. So you just never know. Quad has turned over a new leaf since she has gotten back on full time on the cast. She's no longer a friend, and she's coming a lot different this season. So kudos to you, Quad. Um, so Dr. Contessa shows up to Toya's house. Now, I find it strange that Toya and Dr. Contessa are now BFFs and they are spending time with each other, because last season it wasn't like that. So what a different a season makes, because now that Dr. Contessa and Toya are friends, now they have a common enemy. So I guess the enemy of my what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, or something like that. So I guess that's where they are joining forces. So that's causing them to come back together. Toya is doing her self care. She's cutting her flowers, put them in a vase, and all the nice things. I too love fresh flowers, so I get it, Toya. But then Dr. Contessa shades Toya and says that her whole life is a self care journey. So she talks about her first class trips to Dubai, her having a butler, and all these things. So yeah, Dr. Contessa. she gave Toya some light shade, but I'm not mad at Toya. I mean, if I can have a lifestyle like that, my husband go to work and I can have my self care and I can cut my flowers, go play tennis and have my first class trips. Why not? So I'm not mad at you, Toya. You need to teach others your ways so we can also be on our self-care journey and have a man take care of us. So Toya, let us know how you did what you did. Um, Toya said Dr. Eugene is upset with Heavenly because she called him feminine. But um, let's think back to last season, or was it the season before last, when Dr. Contessa, who's over her house now, basically said Dr. Eugene is the definition of a bitch. So what's the difference between Dr. Hellman calling him feminine? I'd rather you say feminine than call my husband a female dog. So that's that's um that's odd that Toya is okay with that. Or hey, everybody gets amnesia from time to time. I don't know. Um, let's see. Dr. Contessa and Toya call Simone because they have this big idea to have an intervention for Dr. Heavenly. So they rope Simone in on the whole idea, and Simone is down, which I'm not surprised because Dr. Simone and Heavenly are not, they're very cordial, but they're not friends. So Simone says she feels like Dr. Heavenly just don't give a damn, which I don't think she does either. I really don't think Dr. Heavenly really cares what anybody thinks about what she does on her YouTube channel. Um, Contessa wants to keep the intervention a secret. She doesn't want Heavenly getting tipped off, so Heavenly doesn't show up. She is definitely set on making sure she embarrasses Dr. Heavenly. So that's odd. So I don't know what that's all about. So Dr. Jackie is in her office counseling a patient, and she is teaching her patient to advocate for herself. So Dr. Jackie, I'm so happy that you are doing this because one of the things that just my birth story, I had, preeclampsia, and thank God I had a great midwife who was making sure that I was taken care of. As soon as she saw anything out of the ordinary, she was like, "We're going in and taking that baby." And so she was there with me every step of the way. And so I definitely see the benefits of having a good doctor, a Black doctor, um, and the fact that she's teaching her patients to advocate for themselves because Black women are 3 times um, as much more than white women or others to die during childbirth, which is crazy, and I don't understand why it's like that. But I'm so thankful for doctors like Dr. Jackie who are really coaching their patients to make sure that they don't fall into that to that category. She's talking about how the placenta, this particular patient didn't have the placenta going straight into the umbilical cord going straight into the placenta. So she's talking about, about the issue with that. So I've never even heard of that. So I appreciate when the producers throw in some teachable moments like this because I low key think I'm a doctor anyway, but I just like to hear things like that because it's not always about the drama. So I'm thankful that they throw in some teachable moments like this. Um, Now they flip to Anila talking to her kids about Miss Gomez leaving, which was so sad and heartbreaking. I feel so bad for her kids and that they have to go through not having Miss Gomez there. She's been there since Ariana was little and Avir since birth. So, and Avir, he was so cute. He said he was like, who's gonna make my pinto beans? And I don't like pinto beans, but he was very he was very adamant about someone making his pinto beans, and he needed Miss Gomez to be there to make his pinto beans. Anila says she's going to try to make the pinto beans, but I feel like Miss Gomez better leave the recipe because I don't know if Anila can can make the pinto beans the way Avir likes it. Um, Ariana is so broken up by Mrs. Gomez leaving that she's running after the car as Miss Gomez rides off into the sunset. And that was so heartbreaking. And she's just crying and she's just missing Mrs. Gomez. And Veer is still broken up about his pinto beans. And so that, I love this little segment. I thought it was very cute. Um, I don't know what Anil is going to do now because I know that just being a full-time mom and a full-time blogger and just trying to film a reality show, I can imagine how hectic it can be. And Dr. Karen is a plastic surgeon, so that's a lot. So I don't know what Anila is going to do. I guess we'll see as the seasons go what Anila would do about her missing Miss Gomez. But Miss Gomez, she was chucking the deuces. Miss Gomez wasn't trying to come back. She was like, they was like, you won't never see me again. That's what Miss Gomez said. Miss Gomez said, I will never be back. And never is a strong word. She's like, I don't care if I come back to Atlanta. You won't see me. I'm not gonna be your daddy. So Miss Gomez was out. She peeled off into the sunset and poor Ariana was broken up. So Anila, girl, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'll be praying for you, girl. I understand. Um, now it goes to now the producers take every chance they get to shade Toya, and it says Toya's rental home. So they're at Toya's rental home, and Eugene is getting ready for work, and they're talking about the sleep number bed and all that stuff. Now I don't know. I guess I have to try out this sleep number bed, but I'm not sold on it because from what I understand of those sleep number beds is nothing but a glorified air mattress. So y'all let me know if y'all know anything about the sleep numbers because I mean I don't want to sleep on no air mattress. That just doesn't appeal to me. So maybe I'll go to drop in on one of the stores and just try it out and just to see what's the big deal about it. But I just never. Once I found out that it was like an air mattress, I was like, I'm not paying all that money for an air mattress. But yeah, they're talking about the sleep number bed. Eugene says he works more shifts because he's no longer a director. So in order to keep up with his director money, he has to work more shifts. So Toya is really saying, well, that's you want to do that. But I'm pretty sure if he's building a new home, the income is going to look good. That he's keeping up the income he had when he was a director, so that just allows him to have a better home. But Eugene, you gonna work yourself into the ground because being an ER doctor is no joke. He even said next that he feels like he is walking in mud. And when you are not following your passion, when you're not um, working walking in your purpose, it can feel like you're walking in mud because I can say that firsthand. Like, my full-time job is not my purpose or my passion. And it's hard some days just to go into work. And it's hard some days but you have responsibilities. So Eugene he said, well, maybe I need to have like an outlet, something I'm passionate about. And I agree, Dr. Eugene, you need to find something you're passionate about. That's why I started this YouTube channel. So I said, me being a burger, I wanted to make it perfect. I wanted to make sure I had all the setup, the cameras and everything. But I was just like, just do it. And I was like, and I'll just keep working at it and get better and better. So that's why I want you to like and subscribe to my channel so I can get better and better, have better setup, better lighting, more just more make everything look so much more professional. But for right now it's going to be me and my laptop and my notes, and I'm going to be coming to you and talking to you. So yeah, I get it, Dr. Eugene. I wholeheartedly understand about not working in your passion. That's why I want to implore everyone listening to walk in your passion. Find out what your passion is. I do intuitive readings to help people figure out where they may be most aligned to. I go into your Akashic records to figure out like what is it that you came in this lifetime to do at this particular time. You can also find out if you're into human design. You can also find out about that too. But that's not about that. But I said all that to say is very imperative that you walk in your passion. Um, let's see. Simone and Cecil meet with Omarosa. So Omarosa makes an appearance, and she to talk about the relationship book and everything like that. So that was cute. Um, I didn't necessarily have to have it, but it was cute. It was a cute little scene where Omarosa and he talked about how long they've known her. I think they showed a flashback to 2014. And they said that they don't drop people because of their political affiliations and stuff. So yeah, that's that. Moving on. So Contessa, we are at Contessa's house. Contessa is having the movie night, which is really an intervention for Dr. Heavenly. Contessa is wearing a lavender wig. She says it's like Storm. So I mean, it's cute. I mean, it's a cosplay wig that she bought, but I mean, yeah, I don't know what her purpose of was to wear the wig. I don't know if she was trying to shame Dr. Heavenly and basically say, her wigs ain't worth nothing. But I mean, the joke's on her because she bought it. So I mean, you pay whatever the money to get the wig. So I don't know. Contessa says that Scott and the kids are away and no one knows what they're doing except for Simone and Toya, which is shady. Contessa says she's a Gemini, so that made me understand her in a whole different fashion. She's a Gemini. So yeah, she is the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So I don't know. Maybe that's why we can't get a good read on who the real contestant is because she's a Gemini. You don't know who you're gonna get. Um, they decide to take phones at the door. Toya is the one answering the door. So Toya says she has two phones. So I don't know what Toya needs two phones for. Maybe it's a burner phone, a business phone. I don't know. Unusual. I hope if Eugene didn't know, now he know. And he definitely knows that Toya got a phone now. So Anila walks in and she is told to put her phone in a bucket. Anila is confused. She noticed that there isn't any other phones in the bucket, and Toya is there, and Simone is there. So why aren't there phones in the bucket? But Anila goes ahead and complies, and puts her phone in a bucket. Now Quad shows up. Quad shows up, and she is not as compliant. Quad is looking and she only sees one phone. It is Anila's phone. She also asked Toya, "Where is your phone? Where is Simone's phone? Why is Contessa's phone not in here? Why is it only one phone? Why you just want my phone?" So Toya is like, "Well, if you don't want to comply, you gotta leave." Quad politely, "Well, y'all have a good night, nice house, and I'm going because you're not gonna have my phone." So Quad walks out, and once they find out that Toya has politely told Quad to leave, contestant Simone runs after Quad and gets her to come back in and kind of smooth things over. Next, Dr. Jackie comes in. Dr. Jackie also is questioning why she has to put her phone in the bucket. Why they have Toya answering the door is beyond me because Toya has no coof. She has no tact. So why do you have Toya answering the door and she's already turned away one person that you had to go run after? Anila is confused. And so it's just why? Why did y'all take that task from Toya? But I get it. It's good for TV. So Toya asks Jackie to give up her phone, Dr. Jackie. I want to give these ladies their respect. So Dr. Jackie is no. She says, "I need my phone." And she said, "I'll put it on the counter." That wasn't good enough for Toya. And she was like, and so Dr. Jackie says, in her confessional that she's an MD, not an MRS MD, and she needs her phone. And I mean, if Toya really thought about it, Dr. Jackie is an OBGYN. If she needs to handle something, don't you think she would need her phone? But yeah, Dr. Jackie shades Toya in her confessional. So when Toya says, "Oh, you think you all of that and you can't leave your phone?" So Dr. Jackie said, "If it's gonna be a problem, I can just leave." So she walks on out the door. They find Dr. Simone finds out that Jackie is on her way, going back to her car, and they run after her, and Simone has to. She's Olivia pokes the thing and allows Jackie just to put the phone on the counter. So as they go downstairs to Contessa's movie room, they they have notebooks, they have candles. I'm like, why do we have notebooks? What are we taking notes for? Don't really know. I don't understand the notebooks. I understood the candles because they said healing, and I guess the intervention was supposed to bring about healing, but it did not. Quiet Once Quiet finds out that it's an intervention for Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel, Quiet calls them dirty and low down, and I have to agree with Quiet. Anila says is awkward. So at this point, while they're downstairs talking in the movie theater, Dr. Heavenly is at the door ringing the door. No one is coming to the door, so Dr. Heavenly walks on in. Quiet expresses that she feels like this is an ambush. And Toya says, well, Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel is an ambush. So comment down below. Do you think Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel is an ambush? Because I really don't think it is. She's I've watched her channel. I subscribe to her, and she does talk about people on her channel. She talks about it. Maybe she goes hard in the paint, but about some others more than others, like Quad. She definitely goes hard in the paint on Toya, but she's not friends with Toya. She said out her own mouth she really don't respect Toya like that. So I can understand why she goes hard at Toya if they're not friends. But definitely I would, if I was Dr. Heavenly, I probably wouldn't go in on my friends, the people that ride for me. Like she said, Quad rides for her, Dr. Jackie. So I would definitely, pull back on doing that for them. But Dr. Heavenly is she's a character, and she's gonna stand by. She is standing by what what she says on her YouTube channel. So Dr. Heavenly makes it downstairs and quickly notices that Contessa is wearing a Heavenly Beauty wig. Everyone is overly nice to Dr. Heavenly, so she should have known at that point that something was up, because Simone says she's the most beautiful one in here, which she was being sarcastic. Quiet was offering her a drink, and it was this much crown in the glass. So right there, they should have told her, like, girl, it's about to go down. So they turn on the TV, and Dr. Heavenly is watching a montage of her videos and what she's saying on YouTube. Quickly, Dr. Heavenly starts to cackle, and it sounds like a witch mixed with a hyena. That's what it sounded. Dr. Heavenly is funny to me. She's cackling the whole time, but I wasn't taking it as she was thinking that what she said was funny. I felt like she was uncomfortable. I felt like she was like, how when you mad, you just start laughing like, okay, mm-hmm. Y'all got me. Bring it on. Like, I felt like that's what she was doing, and I felt like she was like, she she was seething at this point because she knew what was about to go down. She knew that this was about to be an ambush. So I feel like that's why she was laughing. She and Dr. Toya What was funny, Anila on they showed Anila on there at one point talking about Quad had a full face, like her face was a lot more full than normal, and Anila said, well, you know how that is, when you have fillers, and then Quad quickly looks over to Anila and was like, she don't do fillers. I'm the youngest, prettiest one in this room, and I'm just like, Quad. Now comment down below. Do y'all think Quad is the prettiest one in this cast? I think Quad is. I think Quad is beautiful. Um, I really don't. I really can't say who I feel like is the most beautiful. Who would I feel like is the most beautiful? Hmm. I think Contessa. I think Contessa, like I feel like she's very pretty. I love Dr. Contessa. She has a nice body, she has a pretty face. Um so I would if I had to choose one, I would definitely choose Dr. Contessa. But Quad is beautiful. I love Quad. I follow her on Instagram. She takes beautiful photos and everything. So yeah, she said she didn't have fillers, so she don't have fillers. Um, so Adila, let's see. Heavenly does ask Contessa why she waited so late to talk to her because she said you wait 5 months before you even say anything to me about it. Like, why are you waiting 5 months? And we could have been hashed this out. Like this video has been up, and you could have said something to me. We have been in each other's presence. We have talked. Why wouldn't you bring it up then and wait to now? So that kind of harkens back to the fact that is Dr. Contessa doing this for a storyline. Um, they go out. Um, Heavenly takes Contessa outside. They are, talking, having a spirited discussion. Dr. Heavenly is trying to, hug Contessa. I feel like she's trying to, calm her in a way, but I feel like she's also trying to talk to her in her ear versus, being loud. I don't know. I really don't know, but she was trying to get through to Contessa. Contessa wasn't trying to hear. Contessa was out. She was all the way out at this point. She was screaming, she was hollering and all this stuff like, you think it's funny? You think it's funny? You think my marriage is funny? And so Dr. Simone is like, and they're like, should someone go out there? Dr. Jackie was like, no, ma'am, let them handle that. Let them handle that and let them work through all of that. So I don't blame you, Dr. Jackie. I make my money with my hands. I don't have no time to be tussling with Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa is they Simone called her the Terminator. Like, why would I be tussling around with her and get myself hurt? Let me stay and sit right here on on this couch and let security and the producers handle it if she hauls off and hit Dr. Heavenly. But I get it, Dr. Jackie. So by that time, Dr. Simone is trying to hold Contessa and calm Contessa herself. Um, she's still screaming about she thinks it's funny, like, about her marriage. And I don't see that Heavenly even thought it was funny because the stuff that she said, like if you look at the montage, Heavenly went in on Quad, which is her girl. She didn't go as hard on Dr. Heavenly as she could have. I mean, on Dr. Contessa as she could. So Dr. Heavenly didn't go in on Dr. Contessa as much as she could have about her marriage because Dr. Contessa was the one complaining about her marriage. And I will tell you one thing. My grandma always said that, you don't go discussing your marriage with your friends and stuff like that. You keep it in house. Like that's something you don't discuss what you're going through in your marriage because you can get over it. Your friend's still feeling some type of way. So I feel like Dr. Heavenly was giving Contessa that same type of advice, but Contessa just wanted to vent to her friend. I get it. And she feels like Heavenly stabbed her in the back. But Contessa, again, I have to say that you went on this same platform to dog someone else out, Toya, so I don't know how I feel about that. And as Dr. Heavenly is going off on everybody, Toya saying, stay out of our marriage, stay out of our marriage. And she was like, well, Eugene felt like you was the biggest mistake he ever made. Now, where she got that from, I don't know. I don't know if she was just like saying it just to get back at Toya. I don't know. But I wonder if that's going to come up again during the season, because I definitely want to revisit that. Contessa ends up snatching Dr. Heavenly, the wig she bought from Dr. Heavenly's beauty supply store off and stomps it. Heavenly is stomping up the stairs. Simone is behind her, and she's called some, or was Simone in front of her? I don't know, but Simone was somewhere around, and Dr. Heavenly called her a flip flopper, which she calls her, what she called her flip flopping bee, and so because she found out that Simone was in on the planning of this intervention, so that's why she got her a flip flopper. Quad is talking to the ladies, and she said this was about getting Dr. Heavenly, not getting through to her, but this was to get Dr. Heavenly. And I totally agree with Quad. And she also said that the way they did this, it wasn't effective at all. And if you confront people like this in this manner, like all you're gonna get is you're gonna put what's the in psychology, you're gonna have the fight when someone is presented with something like that, you have fight or flight. So Dr. Heavenly, she fought. She defended herself. So, and she uses her words. She uses her words very, very well. So she definitely used her. She defended herself. She didn't, physically get into altercation, but she definitely used her words. And she ended up just walking out because she was hurt. Contessa was supposed to be her friend. I don't think she would have in a million years thought that Contessa would have conspired something like this. I watched her review, and she basically said the same thing. Now, what we didn't see that she said that Dr. Contessa brought her baby Layla downstairs and said, you're breaking up her family and stuff like that. And so Dr. Heavenly said that's where she drew the line, where you bringing your child down here while we're having an altercation. And I totally agree. Like, keep the kids out of it. Kids are growing up rapidly at this time anyway. They don't need to be a part of this. Not at all. So yeah, Dr. Contessa, yeah, that was down. You were down bad for that. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have brought the baby down there. She didn't have nothing to do with the situation, and she didn't need to be in the situation. It just was uncalled for. So I can't stand that you did that to get your point across. There's other ways you could have got your point across. My opinion about the whole thing, I feel like if she was really friends with Dr. Heavenly and she was really feeling some type of way, you should have brought Heavenly to the side a long time ago and had a one-on-one. Y'all would have went out to eat, hashed it out. Maybe y'all could have did that on the YouTube channel. You could have said, okay, let's do it on the platform. Since this is where you call me out, let's come on here together and let me tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel, and we hash this thing out. Because I don't like you discussing my marriage on this type of platform when I'm not present or something of that nature. So I don't know. I feel like Contessa just went about it the wrong way. You rallied the troops to come at Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is fighting her way out of the whole situation, and nothing got resolved. Dr. Heavenly is upset. Contessa's upset. The baby's upset. The whole cast is upset. And now is become a whole fiasco when it could just have been rectified with a good conversation. That's what I think. And I feel like Dr. Heavenly is not malicious. And I feel like you need to look at intent, look at her intent. I feel like a lot of stuff she says, like she jabs at Quad, she thinks it's a joke, but she said herself Quad is sensitive. So maybe if you know Quad is sensitive, that you can't joke with Quad like that. I don't care if you're from Miami or wherever you're from. You just can't joke with Quad like that. She doesn't like it. So respect Quad as your friend and don't do it. Dr. Jackie, I don't know if she cares or not. She don't care nothing about what Toya feels. She's still gonna say what she's gonna say. That's there. But your actual friends, if they're telling you that it makes me feel a certain way when you do it, I would refrain from doing it. But I don't think that Dr. Heavenly has malicious intent behind anything that she does on her channel. With her friends, I think she thinks it's a joke. She's what she calls, she's joning on people, and she's friends with Funky Dineva, and they go at each other. And he says things that she think is funny. She says things and he think is funny, so they don't take it serious. But everybody is not cut from the same cloth, so you have to treat people accordingly. So I'm hoping. I mean, the preview it showed that Dr. Heavenly, goes to apologize to Quad, which I love, and I hope that from what she says, she's not going to talk about her friends in that manner. But she said she specified at her friends. Toya, sounds like you're fair game because she don't consider you a friend. But I don't think she's going to go at Quad like that. I think she will respect Dr. Jackie and Quad. Absolutely. Anila, I don't know. It depends. Um, I feel like what she said about Anila not having a bachelor's degree, or she doesn't have a graduate degree, so whatever type of degree she said Anila didn't have, she was responding to Anila saying that she was like, it's not hard being a dentist or something of that nature. So she was responding to Anila, to the comment that Anila made. So she just didn't just come out and say Anila don't have a degree. She didn't do that. So it's all about context and knowing the full scope of everything. I really don't feel like Dr. Heavenly has malicious intent at all. But let me know what you think, because I want to get a dialogue going. So let me know in the comments below what you think about how Contessa approached it, how Dr. Heavenly handled it, what she should do. You think Dr. Heavenly is being malicious? All of that. Just let me know how your thoughts on this particular episode. So again, like I said, I want you to like, subscribe to my channel, click the notification button, because I will be uploading more videos. I will try to be more prompt in my videos, but I will be uploading more videos. Stay tuned for the Married at First Sight new episode that's coming out, that I'll be reviewing that. Ready for Love, I feel like it's coming out, if not this week, it'll be the following week, so look out for those reviews. So I'm definitely going to be, and I'm going to be bringing some doing some videos on different topics that I want to talk about. So stay tuned for different content coming out on my channel. Join my tribe and subscribe, and just let's do this thing together, y'all. I enjoy this. This is my passion. I love TV, and I love to share my opinion. So let's get into it. Love you guys. You're my tribe, and I'm so excited about our future. So if you're not excited about your future, I'm excited about your future, and I'm praying blessings on everyone. Till the next time.